Before we start, subscribe if you like cats. Did you know that cats can experience loneliness just as deeply, if not more profoundly, than we humans do? It's a quiet suffering that often goes unnoticed, mistaken for simple boredom or bad behavior. If your furry friend has been acting differently lately, if there's a subtle shift in their energy that you can't quite put your finger on, they might be trying to communicate something incredibly important to you. They might be trying to tell you that they're lonely. Hello, cat lovers, and welcome to the Cat Code. We recently heard from a viewer who shared a story that truly highlights this silent struggle. Their story was about their beloved orange cat, Toby. For years, Toby had a constant companion in his best friend, Tigger. They were inseparable. But after Tigger sadly passed away, everything changed. Toby's owner noticed his meows, once just for food, became more frequent, more desperate. His playful energy, the little pounces and chases that once filled the house with joy, simply vanished. He started sleeping all day. A quiet, furry statue in a home that suddenly felt too big, too empty. His owner knew, deep down, that Toby wasn't just tired. He was heartbroken and achingly lonely. Toby's story shows just how crucial it is for us to recognize the signs. These aren't just quirks, they're a language, and today we're going to teach you how to speak it. We're uncovering the 9 unmistakable signs that your cat is lonely, and most importantly, we'll share the simple, actionable steps you can take to fill their world with love, engagement, and connection once again. Let's dive in and decode the signs. Sign number 1, excessive vocalization. Have you noticed your cat meowing far more frequently than usual? Perhaps it's a mournful, drawn-out cry when you're preparing to leave the house, or a series of questioning meows that echo from an empty room when they're alone. This increased vocalization is one of the most obvious signs that your cat is struggling with loneliness. Cats are naturally communicative creatures, of course. They meow for food, to greet you, or to demand a door be opened this instant. But when they feel isolated, neglected, or emotionally disconnected, they may resort to excessive meowing as their primary way of expressing distress and desperately seeking your attention. Think of it less as a simple hello and more as a constant, "Are you there? Please don't forget me. I'm right here." Consider the experience of a cat owner whose feline companion began meowing incessantly whenever she prepared to leave for work. Initially, she assumed it was just normal separation anxiety. But when the behavior persisted and intensified, growing louder and more frantic, she knew something was wrong. After a vet ruled out any medical issues, it became clear her cat was experiencing genuine, profound loneliness. He was desperately trying to communicate his need for more companionship and interaction. This constant vocalization serves multiple purposes for a lonely cat. They're not just broadcasting their emotional distress, they're actively trying to maintain a connection with you, their human family. Some cats will meow at doors, windows, or even empty rooms, as if they're calling out for someone, anyone, to respond and provide the social interaction they crave. So, what can you do? The solution often involves increasing both the quality and quantity of your interactions. It's not just about being in the same room, it's about being present with them. Engage in more frequent, interactive play sessions. Offer additional affection and attention throughout the day. A few extra chin scratches, a gentle, slow blink from across the room. Ensure your cat has access to stimulating toys that can provide mental engagement when you're not available. And for cats experiencing severe loneliness, some owners find that introducing a second cat can provide the constant companionship their pet needs. However, this is a big decision and must be made carefully, with a gradual integration to ensure both cats feel secure. Sign number 2, destructive behavior. Is your typically well-behaved, angelic cat suddenly transforming into a tiny agent of chaos? Are they shredding your new armchair, systematically knocking every single object off your shelves, or treating your important documents like their personal confetti? This dramatic and often frustrating change in behavior is a massive red flag. It's a strong indicator that your cat is feeling bored, isolated, or emotionally neglected. When cats lack sufficient mental stimulation and social interaction, they have all this pent-up energy with nowhere to go. So they resort to destructive behavior as a way to release it, and just as importantly, to get any form of attention from you, even if it's negative attention. One cat owner discovered this firsthand when they started a demanding new job that required them to be away for significantly longer hours. Their previously calm and well-mannered cat began scratching expensive furniture, knocking items off counters, and even tearing up mail. Initially, the owner assumed this was simply misbehavior, a cat being a cat. But they soon realized it was actually a desperate cry for interaction. The cat was acting out because they felt abandoned and lonely. They needed more engagement and stimulation to feel emotionally balanced. This behavior wasn't malicious or spiteful. It was a natural, instinctual response to unmet emotional and social needs. Destructive behavior in lonely cats often stems from that potent combination of boredom and attention-seeking. They quickly learn that while sitting quietly in a corner might go unnoticed, shredding the curtains gets a reaction every single time. To them, your frustrated shout is still a form of engagement. To address this, you must provide your cat with appropriate outlets for their energy and natural behaviors. This is non-negotiable. Invest in high-quality scratching posts, both vertical and horizontal, and place them in prominent areas, like next to the sofa they've been targeting. Get interactive toys and cat trees that can keep them mentally and physically engaged. Most importantly, establish regular, scheduled play sessions using toys that mimic hunting behaviors, like feather wands or laser pointers. These sessions don't just tire them out physically, they satisfy a deep-seated predatory instinct, which is incredibly fulfilling for a cat. Creating a more enriching environment will significantly reduce destructive behavior, while simultaneously addressing the root cause, the loneliness that triggers it. Sign number 3, excessive sleeping. Now this one can be tricky. Cats are famous for their love of napping, sleeping for 12 to 16 hours a day on average. But when does a normal cat nap cross the line into a sign of emotional distress? Excessive sleeping, or a noticeable increase in their sleep schedule, can indicate that your cat is feeling bored, isolated, and lacking in stimulation. They may retreat into sleep as a coping mechanism, a way to pass the long, empty hours. This increased sleep often represents a form of emotional withdrawal from their environment. A perfect example of this happened when a family's children, who had grown up with the family cat, left for college. The cat, who had previously been active and engaged, enjoying the constant chaos and companionship of the kids, began sleeping almost continuously. The house was quieter, the routine was broken, and the cat's world shrank. This dramatic change in their sleep patterns was a direct reflection of their struggle to cope with the sudden absence of their human companions. When cats use sleep as an escape from loneliness, they're essentially shutting down emotionally. Without sufficient mental stimulation, social interaction, or engaging activities, sleep becomes their default state. This can create a concerning cycle where the cat becomes increasingly withdrawn and less interested in normal activities, which in turn deepens their feelings of isolation. If you've noticed your cat sleeping significantly more than usual, it's time to evaluate their emotional well-being and their environment. Providing interactive toys, puzzle feeders, and rotating their toy selection can help maintain their interest and mental engagement. These tools encourage problem-solving and provide the mental workout that lonely cats desperately need. Regular, scheduled play sessions are equally important for combating this lethargy. These interactions not only provide physical exercise, but also powerfully strengthen the emotional bond between you and your cat, reminding them that they are seen, loved, and a vital part of the family. By making a conscious effort to engage your cat more frequently, you can help them stay alert and active during their waking hours, reducing their reliance on sleep as an emotional escape. Sign number 4, changes in appetite. Have you observed your cat showing a decreased interest in food? Are they turning their nose up at their favorite meal or eating significantly less than usual? While any change in appetite warrants a call to the vet to rule out medical issues, it can also serve as a major indicator of loneliness and emotional distress in cats. When cats feel isolated, stressed, or emotionally disconnected, their eating habits often change dramatically, reflecting their inner turmoil. A cat owner experienced this concerning change when they began working longer hours and spending less time at home. Their typically enthusiastic eater, a cat who would race to the kitchen at the sound of a can opening, began leaving food untouched and showing little interest in even their most beloved treats. Worried, the owner scheduled a comprehensive veterinary exam. When the vet found no physical problems, it became apparent that the cat was expressing its loneliness and emotional distress through a reduced appetite. This connection between emotional state and eating habits is far more common than many people realize. Just like humans who might lose their appetite during periods of grief or sadness, a cat's body can respond to stress by suppressing the urge to eat. The act of eating, which should be pleasurable and satisfying, becomes less appealing when a cat is struggling with feelings of isolation or abandonment. To address appetite changes related to loneliness, focus on creating positive associations around feeding time. Don't just put the bowl down and walk away. Spend more time with your cat during their meals. Sit nearby, offer gentle petting and soft verbal encouragement. Your calm presence and attention can help restore their interest in food while simultaneously providing the social interaction they crave. You can also make mealtime more engaging. Interactive feeders and puzzle toys transform eating from a passive activity into a mentally stimulating challenge. It turns their meal into a game, a hunt. Some cats also respond well to having their daily food portion divided into smaller, more frequent meals, which creates more opportunities for positive interaction throughout the day. By addressing the underlying loneliness, you can help restore your cat's normal eating habits and improve their overall emotional well-being. Okay, we're halfway through our list. Has your cat shown any of these first 4 signs? Let us know in the comments which one you've noticed the most. We read every single one, and your stories help our whole community learn and grow. Sign number 5. Over-grooming. Is your cat grooming themselves so excessively that they're developing bald spots or irritated red skin? This is a behavior known as psychogenic alopecia, and it's a very concerning self-soothing behavior that lonely or stressed cats often develop as a coping mechanism. When cats are deprived of adequate social interaction and environmental stimulation, they may turn to excessive grooming as a way to manage their emotional distress and anxiety. This became painfully evident in a cat whose owner, a freelance writer, took an office job and began working away from home. What initially appeared to be normal, fastidious grooming gradually escalated. Soon, noticeable bald patches appeared on the cat's belly and the inside of her legs. The cat was using the repetitive motion of grooming as a way to cope with the stress and loneliness of being alone for long stretches, essentially self-medicating her emotional pain. Over-grooming in lonely cats serves a psychological function. The repetitive motion and physical sensation of licking provide comfort and stress relief, similar to how a person might bite their nails or pace when they're anxious. Furthermore, the act of grooming actually releases endorphins, which are natural painkillers and mood elevators. This can temporarily improve the cat's emotional state, creating a compulsive cycle. However, when this behavior becomes excessive, it can lead to serious skin problems, infections, and even more stress. If you notice your cat grooming more intensely than usual, it's crucial to address both the behavior itself and the underlying emotional needs that are driving it. Environmental enrichment is vital. Provide interactive toys, scratching posts, and climbing structures that can help redirect your cat's attention and energy toward more appropriate, healthy activities. Regular, dedicated playtime is essential for cats prone to over-grooming. These sessions should be engaging and physically demanding enough to tire your cat in a healthy way, reducing their need to self-soothe through grooming. Creating a more stimulating environment with a rotation of new and existing toys can help divert your cat's focus. Most importantly, spend quality time each day engaging with your cat through play, petting, and gentle interaction to ensure they feel loved, secure, and emotionally fulfilled. Sign number 6. Increased hiding. Has your cat been spending more time hiding under beds, in closets, or in other secluded, dark areas? A sudden increase in hiding behavior often indicates that your cat is feeling neglected, stressed, or emotionally overwhelmed. When cats experience loneliness, they may retreat to these hiding places as a way to feel safe and secure, using these quiet spots to cope with their distress. This behavior became apparent when a cat's human roommate moved out, leaving the cat alone for much longer periods than they were used to. The significant change in household dynamics caused the cat to feel more isolated and insecure. As a result, they began to seek out hidden spots under beds and in the back of closets to cope with their loneliness and anxiety. Hiding behavior in lonely cats often represents an attempt to create a sense of security in an environment that suddenly feels emotionally unstable or lacking in companionship. While some hiding is perfectly normal for cats, they are, after all, small predators who also feel like prey. Excessive hiding, or a sudden shift in this behavior, typically signals that something in their world has changed in a way that makes them feel insecure. To address this, focus on creating a more engaging and interactive environment that encourages your cat to participate in household activities. Spend more quality time with them, offering affection and play that helps them feel more connected. You can also provide good hiding spots in communal areas. A cat tree with an enclosed cubby in the living room or a cozy covered bed next to the sofa can give your cat a place to feel secure while still being part of the family's activity. Encourage your cat to emerge from hiding by using high-value treats and their favorite toys. Gradually, they'll begin to associate positive experiences with being out in the open, reducing their need to withdraw completely. Sign number 7. Sudden clinginess. On the opposite end of the spectrum from hiding, has your typically independent cat suddenly become your shadow? Are they following you from room to room, demanding constant attention, and seemingly unable to settle unless they are in direct physical contact with you? This dramatic change in behavior often signals deep-seated loneliness and insecurity. When cats feel emotionally vulnerable or neglected, they may seek constant reassurance and companionship from their humans. They are essentially trying to ensure they won't be abandoned again. This behavior change was clearly observed in a cat after the family dog, their companion of many years, passed away. The cat, who had previously maintained a healthy balance of independence and affection, began following their owner everywhere, meowing for attention, and seeming almost frantic if they were left alone. The cat was clearly trying to fill the emotional void left by their canine friend, and was seeking additional security through constant human contact. Clinginess in cats is their attempt to cope with feelings of insecurity and emotional vulnerability. While it's natural for cats to seek comfort from us, excessive clinginess can indicate that they're struggling with anxiety and a fear of abandonment. If your cat is displaying this behavior, it's important to provide the emotional support they need while also gently helping them develop confidence and independence. Spend quality, focused time with your cat, but also provide stimulating toys and activities that your cat can enjoy on their own. Puzzle feeders are fantastic for this, as they reward independent problem-solving. Gradually encouraging independence while still providing plenty of affection can help your cat feel more secure and emotionally balanced. The goal is to address their need for reassurance while also building their confidence in their ability to be content when they are briefly alone. Sign number 8. Litter box issues. This is a tough one for many cat owners. Is your cat, who has been perfectly litter trained for years, suddenly having accidents outside the litter box? Or showing other changes in their bathroom habits? Before anything else, A vet check is mandatory to rule out urinary tract infections or other medical problems. But if your cat gets a clean bill of health, these alterations in litter box behavior can be a powerful indicator of emotional distress and loneliness. When cats feel neglected, stressed, or emotionally overwhelmed, they may begin having accidents as a way of expressing their distress, or as a way of marking their territory to feel more secure in it. This concerning behavior emerged in a household when a new baby arrived. The family's routine was turned upside down, and the amount of attention the cat received was significantly reduced. The dramatic shift in dynamics made the cat feel insecure and displaced, leading to accidents outside the litter box. It was the cat's way of shouting, "I'm still here! This is my home too!" through scent marking. Changes in litter box habits related to loneliness often stem from stress and anxiety. When a cat feels emotionally unstable or insecure about their place in the household, inappropriate elimination is one of their most potent communication tools. To address this, focus on maintaining a consistent routine. Keep feeding times and playtimes as predictable as possible. Ensure the litter box environment itself remains impeccably clean, accessible, and located in a low-stress, quiet area. Spend extra time with your cat to reassure them of your continued love and attention, reducing the insecurity that often drives this behavior. Regular play sessions, affection, and maintaining familiar routines can help your cat feel more secure and less likely to express their distress in such a messy way. And finally, sign number 9, decreased activity and playfulness. Has your cat's natural spark, their playful pounce and boundless curiosity, significantly diminished? A noticeable drop in activity levels often serves as one of the clearest indicators of loneliness and emotional distress in cats. When cats feel bored, isolated, or lacking in stimulation, they may simply lose the motivation to engage in their normal play behaviors and exploratory activities. This change became evident in a cat who moved from a bustling house with a garden to a small, quiet apartment. The change in environment, combined with fewer interesting spaces to explore and less stimulation, made the cat feel lonely and less interested in their usual activities. The lack of engaging features contributed to a general decrease in enthusiasm and playfulness. It was as if their world had turned from color to gray. Reduced activity in lonely cats often reflects a loss of interest in their environment and a general emotional withdrawal from the very activities that previously brought them joy. Without adequate mental stimulation, social interaction, and environmental enrichment, cats may simply lose the motivation to play, explore, and interact. To address this, you have to be the one to reignite their interest. Introduce new and exciting interactive toys. Establish those regular play sessions that can get their mind and body moving again. Focus on activities your cat has previously enjoyed and gradually introduce new games to maintain their interest. Interactive play using toys that mimic hunting, like feather wands that twitch and flutter, or laser pointers that dart and disappear, can be particularly effective for stimulating a cat's natural instincts. Rotating their toys regularly can also help maintain novelty, and providing things like puzzle feeders, cat trees, and even simple cardboard boxes can provide the physical and mental stimulation that helps combat the boredom and loneliness that contribute to their lethargy. Recognizing these 9 signs is the first most crucial step. Now, let's talk about 2 of the most powerful long-term solutions for a lonely cat. First, the importance of companionship, considering a second cat. For many owners, especially those who are away from home for extended periods, providing a feline companion can be a life-changing solution for a lonely cat. Having 2 cats allows them to provide each other with the social interaction, play opportunities, and companionship that we humans, with our busy lives, sometimes cannot consistently offer. It can greatly reduce feelings of isolation and boredom. However, and this is critical, introducing a second cat requires careful consideration and planning. It is not a quick fix. Sibling cats or cats who have been raised together from a young age often adapt more easily. When introducing a new adult cat to an established household, you must consider the personality and temperament of your existing cat. A shy, timid cat might be terrified by a boisterous newcomer. A territorial cat might see a new friend as a threat. The introduction process must be gradual and carefully managed. This typically involves keeping the new cat in a separate, secure room for a few days to a week, allowing both cats to become accustomed to each other's scents through scent swapping with blankets or toys. After that, you can allow them to see each other through a baby gate or a cracked door before finally allowing short, supervised interactions. For cats who do well with companions, having a feline friend can provide the constant support that significantly reduces loneliness and its associated behavioral problems. Many owners report that their cats become more active, playful, and emotionally balanced when they have an appropriate feline friend. And our second powerful solution: creating an enriching environment. Addressing cat loneliness involves more than just spending a bit more time with your pet. It requires actively creating a home environment that provides ongoing mental stimulation, physical challenges, and emotional satisfaction. Environmental enrichment is the key to preventing and addressing loneliness-related behavioral issues. This means providing a variety of toys that serve different purposes. Puzzle feeders challenge their problem-solving abilities while making mealtime an engaging activity. Interactive toys that respond to your cat's movements can provide entertainment when you're not available for direct play. Scratching posts and climbing structures satisfy natural behaviors while providing essential physical exercise. But the most overlooked aspect of a cat's environment is vertical space. Cats have a natural desire to survey their territory from a high vantage point. Creating vertical spaces with cat trees, wall-mounted shelves, and sturdy window perches allows them to feel secure and in control. A window perch, especially one overlooking a bird feeder or a busy street, can provide hours of entertainment. We call it Cat TV, and it's one of the best boredom busters available. Recognizing these signs isn't about feeling guilty. It's about empowerment. It's about finally understanding the language your cat is speaking. The solution to their loneliness isn't just one thing. It's about building your cat's happiness toolkit. By providing interactive toys, creating those vital vertical spaces, considering companionship, and scheduling consistent quality time with them, you aren't just solving a problem. You are actively strengthening your bond. You are telling them, in a language they understand, that they are seen, they are safe, and they are deeply loved. You are their whole world, and these small, conscious changes truly make a world of difference. If you found this guide helpful for understanding your cat, hit that like button and subscribe to the Cat Code for more videos that decode your feline friend. Share this with a fellow cat parent who might need to hear it. Together, we can help every cat live a happier, healthier, and more connected life.